Jing, can you hear my voice? Jing's Cuisine, Jing, Beijing. Can you hear me? No sounds or just me? Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. By the way, no copyright infringement. Disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. This is just for demonstration, for information, and education only, okay? And entertainment. So no copyright infringement for all our songs that we're listening to. So yes, all the credits belong to the artist. Oh, my soul, worship His holy name. Okay, all credits. Yes, that's Matt Redman, 10,000 Reason, and Steve Angrisano. Worship Your holy name. Genre is gospel Christian music. Okay. By the way, this song won the Billboard Music Award for Top Christian Song. Okay, released in 2013. Okay. Never before, oh my soul, worship Your holy name. Worship Your whole. Hi, Eugene Llanos. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Mother B Show. Your holy name. Yes. You're listening to the Mother B Show. This is your DJ. Pag musical, DJ. Pag talk show, pwede Mother B na lang. Okay. It's Believe Tuesday. I just ran some songs, played some songs that will relate to what we're talking about, what we're gonna talk about today here at the Mother B Show. Okay? Yes, yes, yes. Right. Thank you, thank you. Hi, hello. Welcome to the Mother B Show. We're now multi-streaming. And please, if you happen to see me in YouTube, please look for Mother B in YouTube as well. Okay, please subscribe. I need 1,000 subscribers para naman daw maumpisahan ng tulong kay Mother B. Thank you for coming to the Mother B Show version 3.0. Yes, yes, yo. Version 3.0 na tayo because it's 2023. Ano connection, Mother B, ng 3.0 at 2023? Well, it all ends with 3. Hindi, kasi mixture na siya. Mix na siya. Hindi lang siya talk show, but we also play music. But again, disclaimer, copyright. Ang copyright dito is it's not mine. It's no infringement intended. This is just for information and education purpose only. So I'm just playing for the purpose of demonstration. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, thank you for coming to the Mother B Show. Our talk today would be Gen Zers are religious. What about the Gen X and what about the what generation is that? The baby boomers. Hi John, hi Guillermo. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, according to an article just released today, today and today. Kari-release lang ng article na to sa internet, and let's see. Let's react to this article. Let's see how it goes. But this is for information sharing only. Welcome to the Mother B Show. Nothing but the good vibes. Okay? For good vibes only tayo rito. Yay! So what about, what's the Mother B Show again? Mother B Show is a fun and informative lifestyle program that promotes positivity and good vibes. Yes. Puro positivity and good vibes lang tayo rito. Yes. Thank you, Martin Lundstrom, Funky Flat. Oh, 'di ba? Puro na tayo good vibes kaya dito na kayo sa Mother B Show ha. At by the way, what is the Mother B Show all about? So let's watch this short video so we will understand why are we doing what we are doing today. Welcome to the Mother B Show, and today it's Tuesday and it's January 10. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Believe Tuesday. So remember, every day, whenever I'm showing, whenever I'm streaming, kung anong day ako ma-timingan na nag-i-stream. For example, Monday, it's gonna be, the talk is about Brain Health Monday, okay? If it's Tuesday, it falls on a Tuesday, then I will talk about Believe Tuesday, spirituality and mental health. If it falls on a Wednesday, the episode would be Build Wealth Wednesday. Right? Parang ano lang yan, parang subject ba? Parang klase. Right? So, if it falls on a Thursday, it's Boost Your Mental Health Thursday. Alright? At ito ang masaya. This is the good side because pag Friday, aba, happy hour Friday tayo. Alright? So, we're trying to continue our regular programming, the regular format, which is every day has its different episode, and at the same time we are focused on what theme it's gonna be, but eventually nagme-merge ang ating musical at the same time talk show, and hopefully I also did a beta testing, nagtry ako na if we could also insert some news and current events, okay? In a way, ang news naman is all about good vibes and positivity, ha? So, take note, take note, take note. Huwag kayong maboboard kasi ang isi-share ko, good news. Hindi, ayaw mag-share ng mga bad news kasi marami na yan sa mainstream media. Kung gusto nyo manood ng bad news at makisawsaw tayo sa mga chikalets, ano yung mga mariteslets dyan, doon na lang tayo manood sa mainstream. Dito, as much as possible, I'm also trying my best because sometimes I'm not okay, sometimes I'm okay. Yeah, it's really, I'm just being me, right? This is real you, real talk, at walang etsyusan dito, walang etsyusanan, okay? Hi, T Weezy. Welcome to Bigo Live. So if you're interested to be a host, let me know as well. You're welcome to inquire. But yeah, if you want to see how we go about content creation and how we present our content here, I'm talking by the way to my guest in Bigo Live. Okay? So, because we are multi-streaming, by the way, nilagay ko na rito YouTube. Saan ba ito? Sa ba ako nakaturo? Ayan. Tignan niyo yung arrow. Sa may arrow. Basta makikita niyo sa screen, sa overlay ko, please help Mother B na mag-subscribe naman kayo. Kahit hindi kayo manood, mag-subscribe naman kayo doon. Kasi napanood nyo na sa Facebook. Pero kung gusto nyo i-review, gusto nyo i-rerun ang show, at lalo na kung nag-i-interact kayo, at we just want to check it out. Since YouTube is designed as a way to curate the videos of Mother B. Kasi later on, I will also be editing it. Bakit ba tayo walang music? Meron na tayo music. Ayan, oh. Pili tayo ng masaya. Ayan. Ito yung mga standard music na may copyright naman tayo. Kanina yung mga songs na pinatutugtog natin, ay syempre kailangan disclaimer, okay? Para hindi tayo madingdong. Welcome to the Mother B Show. Kanina ka pa nag-welcome, Mother B, Good vibes only. Hello. We don't treat. Okay, pregnant Kevin. Thank you for coming back. Yes, so hopefully, we got viewers today. Thank you so much, Bigolay, for boosting our stream. Kasi remember, depende yan Marami silang mga abilidad dito sa streaming. Pwede kang i-boost, pwede kang hindi i-boost. Sa Facebook, as is where is. Okay? So, we're talking about streaming, but please help Mother B para naman ma-promote yung ating show. And please, if you haven't subscribed to YouTube yet, just type Mother B, and then it will lead you to my channel. And please subscribe and like naman. Diba? Para ano na yun, bonus yun kay Mother B. And thank you, Rose Thompson, for helping. And I'm so, thankful to one of our viewers. At siya ay nag-volunteer together with her friends. I guess Rose is from North Carolina, right? Yeah, shout out to Annalyn Gorella Sesson, who's in somewhere in the islands. I know you're back home. I know you're so happy, and I'm really glad to see your post in Facebook and your time with your mom. And yeah, thank God for that time, precious time. Okay. So yes, shout out bago tayo mag-proceed sa talk natin. Again, our show has different episodes. Okay. So every Tuesday, every Wednesday, and all this stuff going on. Again, we have a new version. We have the Mother B Show version 3.0. Hi, Florida boy. Welcome to the show. So I'm about to talk about Gen Zers, about the religious, the spirituality of the Gen Zers. I know you're part of the Gen Zers, isn't it? Right? If you are less than 20 years old or less than 30 years old, of course, you are a Gen Zers. Okay, Mother B is a Gen Xer. Okay, I know Boss Human is Gen Xer too. Okay, so from those born late 80s to early 80s, these are the Gen Xers. Again, welcome. So this show is Believe Tuesday. Medyo serious ang peg natin. But then again, yes, I'm here to share to you about our talk on Believe Tuesday. Let's talk about Gen Zers. Gen Zers, according to a survey and an article in the internet. So again, this show is just information sharing only. We're not experts on this matter, but yeah, it's good to know, right? Good to know. So Gen Zers. Talk about the Gen Z's religiosity and spirituality. So why is it connected to our mental health? Why is it connected to our search for meaning in life? Search for more pleasantness and less pain. Again, the goal of the Mother B Show is increase pleasure, maximize pleasure, minimize pain, and do the most good. That's it. That's about it. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. Hi, Yona Calmes. Thank you for coming. Yep. So, there you go. Let's proceed. Before we proceed, let's do a shout out time. Dito sa Mother B Show. Okay, let's shout out. Let's find our friends in Facebook. Okay, we have Jing Bishop of Jing's Cuisine. Thank you again for coming over. So, Jordan Escalada. Hello. Parin Jordan, kapitbahay lang namin dito yan. Oh, Mooney Fish Tax. Finally, nakita ko na yung pangalan mo sa Facebook, Kaz. Si Mooney Fish Tax. Buti hindi nahugog tax, no? O ka, taxi. I know you're somewhere I know you're in Cebu, you're enjoying somewhere out there, so enjoy your vacation. Yes, Eugene Lianos. Yes, again. Hi, hello, Eugene. Man, is there? Thank you for coming back. So I'm just doing some shout out here, shout out there to our friends. Yes, so it's been a while, Crocodile. I had a long talk with Miss Jennifer a while ago, and I feel so very good because whew, para bang, it's a kind of release 101, a little bit of complaining 101. But yeah, we're on the good side now. Let's talk good vibes. And I'm going to share to you this important information when it comes to Gen Zers being religious. That's the result. That's the article, and we can react on it. And their mental health depends on it. Wow, this is interesting. Because I have a Gen Zer myself. Because my son, my kids, two of my children, 2 out of 3 are Gen Zers. Okay? So the other one is millennial, millennial, okay? So we have the baby boomer, the Gen Xers, the millennials, and the Gen Zers. So another generation will follow, maybe the post-COVIDers. I don't know how they're called, but yeah, it's Gen Zers, okay? So again, let's look at what age group are the Gen Zers, okay? Age group by generation or generation by age group, something like that. Okay. Okay, yes. So if you are a baby boomer, what are the generation ages? Primary generations today, Gen Z, iGen, or Centennial born approximately between 1996 to 2015. Okay. Gen Zers, the iGen, the Centennials, that's what they call. Then the Millennials, or the Gen Y, the Generation Y, born approximately in 1977 to 1995. Okay. So I got 2 Gen Zers. Interesting. And I got, so 3 of my children are Gen Zers, you mean? So she was born 1997. Okay. Then I am a Gen Xer. born to be alive. Born to be alive. Born between 1965 to 1976. Okay. Then we have the baby boomers born approximately 1946 to 1964. Then we got the traditional or what? Silent generation. Silent because maybe they're gone already or what? They're still, of course, some are still alive, right? Born approximately before 1945. Okay, so we have 5 generations today. We have the Gen Z, the latest, 1996 to 2015. Millennials or the Gen Y, Generation Y. The Generation X. Okay, XYZ. Oh, I got it. XYZ. Okay. So these are the generations. All right. So yes, let's continue. So we move on to our talk. So time check. We're already broadcasting for 30 minutes. Tama. Okay. So if you'll notice, we have different time zones. Okay. In the Philippines, I guess it's already around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so it depends on what zone are you in the US. So I am in the Central Standard Time. Some are, hi Harvey, some are in the Pacific Standard Time. So that is around 6:52. Yes, almost 7 in the evening there in the Eastern Standard Time. New York, yes, New York, Washington DC. So yun, mga Virginia, I guess it's Pacific Standard Time. And then we have the South, which is Texas Central Standard Time, and Pacific Standard Time somewhere in California. By the way, shout out to our friends and families in California, USA. Please take care because of the rainfall. No? Talagang grabe ang ulan at baha doon. So let's pray for our kababayans, our friends and families back in California. And also in the Philippines, of course. Hello mga kababayan. Ito pong show na to ay dedicated po sa inyo. Ako po si Mother B. Sana po ay mag-subscribe din kayo sa YouTube sa akin at saka sa Bigo Live. Meron din tayong Tubo. So we're everywhere, no? Mukha mong ito pag nagla-live stream as much as possible, we're everywhere, okay? By the way, Mother B is also advocating the dignified storytelling campaign. Yes. So I'm going to talk about it. There's a content that I'm trying to develop for dignified storytelling. What is all about that? in Bigo Live as a different show. So it will help content creators to develop their skill and at the same time to know what is the right thing to do as content creators. Our moral and social responsibility as content creators. We don't just blah 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 la 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 and broadcast whatever we have because we already have this platform, we already have this medium, actually media, multimedia, social media. We have this platform existing na unlike before, hindi ka basta-basta maka-broadcast sa mga time namin. Hello. Unless nakaka sa mainstream media. By the way, this talk show is multilingual as well as speak Cebuano, Filipino, English, a little bit of Spanish. Hola, mi amiga Jennifer. Muchas gracias, mi amigas, for giving me your aura kanina. Tama ba yun? Hi, Florida boy. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Mother B Show. Yes, so meron na nanonood sa Facebook. By the way, again, please subscribe sa YouTube kasi according to one of our viewers, Miss Rose Thompson, hello, shout out, and to all your friends, nag-volunteer siya to be a moderator in my YouTube channel para ma-promote at ma-share ang ang ating live streaming, right? Ay, marami pang gagawin. But then again, at the end of the day, we need to be dignified storytellers. Magkaroon tayo ng dignity as storytellers. Okay? So, I aside from graduating mass communication back in college, but now there's a new wave of advocacy for storytellers, whether you're a tourist guide, whether you're a tour director, whether you as long as you're telling a story, a photographer, a filmmaker, a talk show host, and of course, we will tell stories every now and then. So we need to know how to be dignified storytellers. And then, as much as possible, take the pledge so you will know the 10 points to remember if you are a dignified storyteller. Okay? So that is about the dignified storytelling thing. Okay? So, yes. So, let's move on. Para madali at ako'y magluluto na rin ng hapunan. Okay, so let's cambio the music para mas may impact. Okay. Let's take this song. Okay. I like this from Nefex and FEX. That's the artist of the song a year ago. And every day, because I love it to be a theme song of our mental health and brain health talk. Better this time. Yes. Although hindi lang ma-change yung aking tono. Yep, yo. I'm alright. For the first time. Yep. Eugene Llanos, hello. Things are not the same. A year ago, I'll be okay. So welcome to our talk. That's our intro. Thanks for watching. So our talk today is about Gen Zers are religious and their mental health depends on it. Okay. Yes. It's written by Kevin Stringer. Ang ganda naman ang kanyang pangalan, Kevin Stringer. Today, January 2023. So, you've seen the headline. He said that members of the Generation Z are shying away from religion. So, yes, there's the headline, and losing their religion. So, one prominent religious demographer wrote, so meron palang religious demographer, wow. So, wrote that with Gen Z, we have a picture of a rapidly, this is this picture of what's going on in America right now. So this material, is about what's going on among the youth here in the US. But I don't know what's going on in Asia, what's going on in South Africa, in different continents. But this is an article written just today, January 10, here in the USA, about the status of the Gen Zer and their level of their spirituality. Because today is, again, it's Believe Tuesday. We talk about spirituality and mental health. Okay, that's the reason why we why I share this article to you, and the article is from Religion Unplugged. So it's like it's like a site. Okay, so of course it's a website. Okay, so he said we have picture of rapidly secularizing America that will significantly alter the culture and politics of the United States for generations to come. As you see, when we talk about generation, so it affects the culture, it affects what's there, no? What's going on, depending on who's living on that in that specific time. Okay, in that specific time. So he said, according to who's this guy? One prominent, hindi niya minention kung sino, but he said that we have a picture of a rapidly secularizing America that will significantly alter the culture and politics of the United States for generations to come. So that's what he said. At the same time, Gen Z daw, ang mga Gen Zer is in the midst of a mental health crisis. Wow! What? That is interesting. Oh my gosh. So they are in the midst of a mental health crisis, according to this article. So I don't know if you believe it or not, but one thing for sure, I'm sharing to you this information. Okay. So again, disclaimer. This information is intended for sharing, share for you to know. It's up to you if you believe it or not, because you have your mind, you think. Okay, that's why we're having this show, for us to think. I'll talk, you think. Okay, for good vibes only. Okay, so going back to this article. Okay, nasa na tayo? Oh, by the way, just to make sure that I'm not making this up as well. So, may I share to you that this portion is brought to you by Kevin Singer. Okay. So, it's an article, and in Facebook and in YouTube you will see this this article. I'll share to you. Pasensya na, nagtutumbahan yung aking mga phone dito. Hello everyone, since yan napapala mo, Mother B, pag namumulti-streaming ka. Hindi naman to multitasking. Sinasabay ko lang para, isahan na lang. Alam nga na magpaulit-ulit ako ng kwento neto. Okay? Pasensya na po. Okay, saan na ba tayo? Yeah, this one. So this is the article that I'm sharing to you about. I hope you can see it. Right, see? So, basahin natin para clear. Para wala tayong ma-miss, okay? So, at the same time, Gen Z is in the midst of a mental health crisis, okay? So, U.S. Surgeon Generic Vivek Murthy recently warned, this U.S. Surgeon General, even before the pandemic, okay, according to him, an alarming number of young people struggled with feelings of helplessness. Okay? A number of people right now are struggling with feelings of helplessness. Okay, if you'll see in the news, okay, hindi ko na kailangang i-mention sa inyo ano yung mga nangyayari. But yeah, I guess nasalubong niyo itong mga balitang ito, no? So it's not new to you, just in case. And because of, aside from helplessness, by the way, depression and thoughts of suicide, thoughts of hurting themselves. So that is from what this U.S. Surgeon General is sharing about. So the COVID-19, according to him, that pandemic further altered their experiences at home, school, and in the community, and the effect on their mental health has been devastating. So if you try to understand at this time, I'm sharing to you the Gen Zers' spirituality and their mental health depends on it. And that's something that we need to understand really and be serious about it. Okay? So, that's why, since we're talking about mental health, right? So, ang COVID daw, malaking naging epekto niyan, lalo na sa pag-aalter, pagbabago ng mga experience nila sa bahay, sa eskwelahan, sa community, at yung epekto ng mental health has been devastating among the youth. Kasi Gen Zers was born between 1996 to 2015, right? So they're like, my son is 2002 or 2006, so he's 15 years old. So teenagers and young adults. This is what the article is talking about. Okay? Our future, our youth. Okay? Pwede hindi ka lang gurayot. Ang mga Gen Xers, mga gurayot. Padung na to sa pagkagurayot. Pero dili na nato i-obvious, okay? So by the way, we have a commenter on the line. Hi, Sir Alvin Elvina. Hi, Mother B. Mwa, mwa, mwa. From Butuan City, Philippines. Sa Butuan City Tourism. Thank you, Sir Alvin. So, Sir Alvin, napag-uusapan natin ngayon yung ang spirituality. It's not just religion, but it's spirituality in general. Na ang mga Gen Zers daw, mga kabataan natin, after COVID-19, na further alter their experience. Lumaki ang pagbabago. A new study from Springtide Research Institute, okay, not only suggests that popular narratives, popular stories about Gen Zers, abandonment of religion, yung iba hindi na pupunta ng church, hindi na nagsisimba, and aren't the full story, but also that religion and spirituality can contribute to flourishing mental health among this generation. It's not just the negative side, okay? That, a lot of people are abandoning their faith, a lot of people are not going to church anymore. But on the other hand, it shows as well how religion and spirituality can contribute, nakakatulong sa pag-unlad, paglago ng kanilang isipang ano yan? Pag-iisip. How do we talk about mental health in Filipino, like kaisipang pangkalusugan? Right? In Filipino, like sa atong pagkabisaya, ang atong mahamtong or mahimsog na panghuna-huna. No? Lisod kayo na multilingual kay, no? Mental health ang atong panghuna-huna, maayo, insakto, healthy. Saan na ito pag-describe? Basta sa Tagalog, sa Pilipino ay malusog na pag-iisip. Yan. Sa Bisaya, himsog na panghuna-huna. Right? So, ang atong target to, na himsog atong panghuna-huna, sakto, malinawon atong panghuna-huna, aron dili ta maburyong. Okay, pag maburyong tawa na tayo masaktong mabuhat ana. So karon, let's talk about the kabataan, the youth, no? And again, the study is not just abandonment. Many are abandoning their faith kasi na-depressed na, nagkaroon na ng thoughts of hurting themselves, which is quite going on nowadays. But this one, specifically ay nakatarget as ang respondents nila dito ay kasagaran na dito sa USA. Dito sa USA to na survey ginanap, ha? Hindi to kung saan-saan. Sinishare ko lang to for the sake of, having a bigger picture, an eye view of what ano nangyayari, Mother B. Anyari. Okay, so medyo maliit lang. So, i-explain ko na lang in different language. Para madali. So, keeping the faith. So, yes. Of the nearly 10,000 young Americans, 10,000 young Americans ages 13 to 25, Springtide surveyed. So, there's a survey conducted among 10,000 Americans 13 to 25 years old. There is what we call the survey, the State of Religion 2022. So, practically just last year. Mental health, what faith leaders need to know. So, sino yung mga faith leaders natin? Of course, kanang atong mga spiritual leaders, atong mga pastor, atong mga pare, atong mga imam, atong mga Jakuno, kung sa may mga pangalan na nila, atong mga leader sa atong spiritual life. Again, wala ko pundok na tumbok diri na religion, or I'm not promoting any religion here. It's not about your religion. It's about your spirituality as a person. Okay? Like for example, I was watching the national news, no, in the Philippines, and January 7, 8, 9 was the Nazareno, Pista ng Nazareno in Quiapo. Kita niyo naman yung devotion ng mga devotees, no? Siyempre, devotees, devotion. But come to think of it ba, like, at kita mga Pilipino, tayo yung mga Pinoy, tayo hindi kano. At that culture, yung ganyang practice ng mga Pilipino, okay, among the Catholics, okay, that religious group, ay grabe yung devotion nila sa kanilang Nazareno. And, people are passing it on from generation to generation. Kasama si Lola, kasama ang mga apo. And yesterday, I watched the news na kasama pa yung newborn grandbaby nila. Dinala pa nila doon sa Walk of Faith nilang event. Well, that's something else. So, it's a passed on from generation to generation. That's what I'm trying to talk about. Yung the spirituality side. Unless walang spiritual leader or somebody in the family that will transfer that tradition or transfer that belief to the child, paano magkakaroon ng, madidevelop yung faith ng bata, right? Honestly. So, dito sa Amerika, daghan na kayong changes, labi na karon na daghan na busy og live stream like me. Digital, no? Gamay pang bata, mo pa'y pagkatao, tagaan nag-tablet. Oh my gosh, ang apo ko, master na kaya ng Roblox. 6 years old. When I was 6 years old, siguro di pa ko kabaw mo abre o ka ng TV. Abre na siguro, no? Pero different by generation to generation. Again, we cannot compare our generation to their generation. But what I mean is, when it talks about spirituality and mental health, now the experts are saying that there is really a connection, and spirituality contributes to their mental health. That's it. Okay? Hindi na kailangang i-research masyado. It's obvious, no, na if you have a good exposure to spirituality, to your faith, to your religion, and you're devoted to it, you're faithful to it, it helps in your mental health journey. Yan ang pagkakaintindi ni Mother B sa article na ito, ha. Hindi ito nakasulat sa article, but that's what my interpretation is. At if ever you want to know more about it, well, you can check it out at www.religionunplugged.com. So that's the source, okay? Hindi ko gama ni. Okay, I can share to you the link in my post later on sa Facebook. But then again, there's a survey what faith leaders need to know. Because you need to be guided, kaya nga mag-survey so we can understand and, have some decision making along the way. If you're the spiritual leader, anong gagawin mo ngayon sa mga generation na ito? Paano mo i-approach yan, ma'am? Pastor, father, paano mo i-approach yung ganitong sitwasyon, lalo na sa ating mga kabataan? Straight talk, okay? So, the result was, large majorities consider themselves to be religious pa naman. Ay. So, this is done according to the 10,000 young Americans that showed that 68% still have their spirituality intact. That's a survey done in America. I don't know if you do the same survey, the same kind of survey in the Philippines, most likely mas mataas pa, right? Kasi, our country is very spiritual, very devoted, no? So, whatever religion they're into, but in our DNA, mga Pilipino, talagang very spiritual talaga ang mga Pinoy. Yes. And also to some of other neighboring countries, and also to other ethnic groups or nationalities. But in the Philippines, I know for sure, historically, there's a connection between spirituality and how we've developed it and how we are into this right now. Na to the point na meron pa tayong events such as the Pista ng Nazareno. They have this, what you call this, inclusion, or what you call that, event there na translation, I guess. Please, I'm sorry, but I don't know much. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see the ano. Let's see in translation. Oh, event or pista something. Let me see. Para naman, Mother B, nagre-research ka, tapos yan, pista ng Nazareto, hindi mo ma-research. Sorry po. So, the Black Nazarene is a life-size image of a dark-skinned, kneeling Jesus Christ carrying the cross enshrined in the Minor Basilica of the Black Nazarene in the Quiapo district of the city of Manila. So, the event is called, they have this event eh, um, Pista ng Poong Nazareno. So, they have this, they they do it every ninth of January, right? So that's the tradition, that's the event. So procession, there's a procession, and I really don't. I'm looking for the exact name, but if you happen to know what's the exact name of that event, okay, na ipinaparada nila, ipinoprosesyon nila ang imahe ni um, Black Nazarene, okay, in Quiapo, okay? So, and this practice started in 1606, historically 1606, back in Acapulco, Guerrero, Mexico. So, this tradition, I'm sharing about spirituality and mental health and the status of the Filipino religiosity or spirituality, because we Filipinos very spiritual. So especially the Roman Catholics back in our place, and the tradition right now, last January 9, the tradition of the Black Nazarene, the people really flock to the streets where it's paraded, or it's they have this procession. And if you will see in the news, it's been a practice and started in Mexico in 1606, according to Wikipedia. Okay, if you wanted to research and try to verify if what I'm saying is true, and then yes, try and verify. I'm just sharing. I'm just sharing. So I'm trying to, try to check what's the name. But anyway, let's go back to the survey that, according to this article, religionunplug.com, and was just published today, January 10th, that there's a survey conducted, State of Religion 2022, Mental Health, What Faith Leaders Need to Know, that there's a survey done among young Americans ages 13 to 25 years old specifically, and they still found out that 68% are still spiritual. Okay, religious 68%, higher spirituality is 77%. Okay, they might not go to church, but they're still really spiritual. They have their way of expressing their spirituality. So, Mother B, why are you talking about spirituality? So, what is spirituality? Okay, spirituality means basically, um, what is spirituality, Mother B? Spirituality, wait. My phone is falling. My other phone is falling. Fallen. It's the quality of being concerned with your human spirit. You're in touch with your human spirit or soul. Okay. And as opposed to the material as physical things. So it's more of the metaphysical, beyond physical. Okay. So how do you define spirituality? It involves the recognition of your feelings or belief or sense of belief to something, someone, okay, greater than yourself. As long as it's greater than yourself and you believe and accept it. I'm nothing without this, I'm nothing without you. It's the spirituality. Just you believe that it has uh it's greater than you. Okay. Something more to being human than sensory experience, okay, and that the greater whole of which we are a part of as cosmic or divine nature. So 77 are spiritual, 68% are religious, okay. So there's a difference between religion and spirituality. So Mother B, what is religion? Again, spirituality is your involves your recognition on a of a feeling or a sense or belief that there's something greater than you, whereas religion, okay, let's see, religion, um, religion, meaning the belief and worship of a superhuman power or power. It's more specific, especially a god or gods. Okay, ideas about the relationship between science and religion. So it's a pursuit of interest to which someone ascribes to supreme importance. So I believe in the divine. Okay, it's more specific on that. So yes, so well, in connection with mental health, the survey also mentioned that these numbers have changed little over the last 3 years, even coming out of a global pandemic. After we're still in the pandemic anyway, more young people told Springtide their faith became stronger. Okay, that's the good thing. After the pandemic, their faith became stronger. Perhaps us, like me, oh my gosh, like what happened before, like what happened during the pandemic or the onset of COVID, the people become more spiritual, I believe so. Okay, because we don't know, it's a fear of the unknown, so we'd rather put our trust, put our faith in God or whatever you believe in that's greater than you, because of course we need help, we need to survive. All right. So in fact, then their faith becomes stronger during the pandemic, 38%, than weaker, 18%, or lost completely, 80%, 8%. So still, there are still more people felt that during the pandemic, their faith became stronger, becomes stronger. So to be sure, young people today have a different understanding of what it means to be religious or spiritual, especially naka-experience ng pandemic. 'Di ba? During our time when we were their age, we did not experience that global pandemic. We did not experience the challenge of humanity that are we gonna be existing or not. It's like survival instinct na yan, no? We just have to find something, someone that we believe greater than ourselves that we need to depend on, right? Otherwise, ay nako, hindi mo kaya ang hindi hindi carry nung mga panahon na yon. Ikaw, carry mo? Nung dumaan ang pandemic, tumawag ka ba sa Diyos or nag-develop ba yung iyong spirituality or iyong religiosity? Na-increase ba ang level o hindi? Aminin, aminin. Saan ka na stage nung dumating ang pandemic? Ikaw ba yung bahala ka na Lord sa buhay ko, carry ko 'to. Ako dun ako sa first first choice. Talagang Lord, ikaw ng bahala kasi hindi mo nakikita yung virus 'no, hello. 'No, 'di ba? Andiyan yung takot ha, hello. Siguro walang hindi natakot nung panahon na yun. Naku, sabi "Ay virus lang yan." Tumigil ka! For sure dumating yung time na natakot ka rin ha, somehow, somewhere nung nakita na sa video, mga TV nung daming mga natsugilets. Oh my gosh! Oh really? Like am I next? Like umupo nga lang iba. Grabe na. Nag-panic na, umubo lang. Before pandemic, 'pag may umubo wala lang. Pero 'pag nung during the pandemic may nakaubo lang parang sama-sama ng tingin. Anyway, wala tayo sa topic. Balik tayo sa topic. So, again, to be sure, young people today have a different understanding of what it means to be religious or spiritual, right? Especially when they experience the pandemic. So while previous generations, like I belong to the previous generation, we were more enthusiastic about religious institutions and attending services. That's true. Like you feel better if you attend church or you attend a service or attend something a spiritual event. No, we feel better. So we're more focused on the institution, like more on attendance. Like the new generation, like it's a matter of life and death. No choice but trust on the divine. In the divine. Okay, so yeah, so only 30% of the survey respondents told Springtide, that's the organization, that they are currently connected to or a spiritual religious community. So again, now it's not about your attachment to a religious group or a spiritual community, but it's more of individual, right? It's more of individual. Because again, the challenge is global, like COVID. Like really, there came a point that you have to be socially isolated. Like you cannot attend parties, you cannot attend this and that, and everything, that you're alone by yourself. So who are you going to call? okay? Not Ghostbuster, but you now begin to realize that, hey, something is higher than me, something is greater than me. I need to be connected so I feel safe. Yes, that's my interpretation in this article, okay? So they are currently connected to a spiritual or a religious community. So even those who are highly religious or spiritual don't necessarily identify with a particular tradition or institution. Increasingly, they feel they can fit in with or appreciate several. Okay, so yes, so religious young people say that they are flourishing more than their religious non counterparts. So meaning those who have are not practicing spirituality or religiosity or religion, uh, they feel better off than them. So because they're more confident, they know that they can find help somewhere. So I am flourishing in my emotional or well-being. That is the response. So they have to choose whether very religious, moderately religious, slightly religious, or not religious at all. So according to the survey, okay, according to the survey, 44%, okay, I am flourishing in my emotional or mental well-being. So they're not necessarily religious, but they know they have their sense of spirituality. Okay, so not flourishing 40%, 44%, because those are the not religious group, non-religious, not religious group. For the very religious group, somewhat flourishing 48%. Moderately religious. Flourishing a lot, said those who are in the very religious category. So again, they group these people according to their level of religiosity: very religious, moderately religious, slightly religious, and not religious at all. So those who are very religious, 40% of them said that they are flourishing a lot, meaning it's working, right? It's working on them. So among the 100 interviews Springside conducted, so it's 100 interview questions, a number of young people articulated the benefits religion affords them. So in short, it benefited them. Mark, age 22, said, I think religion is a place to find belonging. So that's how he answer the question. So it's a place to connect with a higher purpose. Purpose driven. A place to connect with a higher purpose. Okay. And what else did he mention? It's a place to connect, which is calling from God in my understanding. So he knows that when he's calling God, and that's his way of connecting and knowing his divine purpose. So if I'm really sad, according to Misty, age 17, sometimes I'll just sit and pray. And then it almost makes me feel better because I know if I'm not ready to talk to a person in a real life situation about my problems, I can just explain them to God for me personally. So now they have a channel where they can express their feelings, their emotions to God. Okay? To the God that they believe to. Okay? So the higher being, no, in the spiritual side. So um and that's almost like a weight off my shoulder. So they feel that they feel better. It's a weight off their shoulder if they pray and if they talk to God about their problems compared to not having any person to talk to at all. So religious young people say they are flourishing more than their non-religious counterparts in every category of life when they asked about it, including mental health. See? So of those who are very religious, 40% said I am flourishing a lot in my emotional and mental well-being, compared to 17% of those who are not religious. So of those who said I know a higher power exists and I have no doubts about it, 61% said they are in good physical and emotional condition, compared to just 46% of those who don't believe in higher power. Okay, of people who pray daily, 74% said they are flourishing for those who pray daily, compared to just 57% of those who said they never pray. So, of those who attend religious services weekly, 79% said they are flourishing compared to 57 of those who never attend religious service at all. So, it's a matter of who's flourishing and who's not. Young people appear to see the positive connection. Now, that's the news. With 66% of religious young people agreeing that the religious or spiritual life matters for their mental health, while 73% of the religious young people agree that the religious and spiritual practices positively impact their mental health. Nagets natin yon na ang malaking tulong sa kanilang pag-iisip, 'no, sa kanilang kalusugang ah, sa kaisipang pangkalusugang pangkaisipan kung sila ay religious, kung sila ay tumatawag sa Diyos, kung sila ay nagdadasal. So, kumpara daw sa mga hindi nakaka-experience ng gano'ng bagay. Okay? Kasi sa na-survey, hindi naman lahat religious. So, like a small portion are not religious and they don't experience the same positive impact sa kanilang mental health. Okay? So, and this article said, young people appear to see the positive connection. Nakikita nila kung anong naging positibong connection, the impact of religiosity and spirituality to their mental health. Okay? Spiritual life matters for their mental health. So, just being grounded in my faith and attending church services, just sitting there for an hour, not looking at my phone, just listening to nice things and being reminded that there's more to this than my immediate suffering was very valuable to me, explained Lana, age 22. And I think that's a kind of the reason I haven't left my church. So, especially pag gumadaan sila sa pagsubok, so nakakatulong sa kanya, according to Lana, na just being grounded in even attending church service, listening to nice things. So nagkakaroon siya ng magandang pakiramdam. So and I think my faith makes me feel less isolated and less alone. According to Jade 20, age 22. And I think that when I feel less alone, less isolated, I have better mental health. Okay? Kasi if you'll notice, mataas ang rate ng depression, no, ng taong sinasaktan nila yung sarili nila to the point na nawawala na sila ng buhay because most of them feel they're isolated, unfortunately. So, yung ito naman ng mga na-survey, one of those who were surveyed mentioned that less ang kanyang isolation, ang feeling of isolation when he goes to church. Okay? So, in that survey, among the survey team, the Springtide survey team, they're constantly fielding questions about Gen Z spirituality. So until now, they're doing all this stuff. Yet the most common one we hear isn't directly about young people's faith. What adults are more concerned about is their mental health. So sa mga adults naman, they're more concerned about just mental health. Okay, and their concern is warranted, of course. Mental health, it turns out, is the biggest issue now to address in order to do ministry that matters to young people. Okay, so this is like a breakthrough information. Like, again, it's quite interesting because young generations right now, there's still a good number of young generation, young people, especially here in the US, 10,000 who were surveyed, they still have a higher degree of spirituality, higher percentage of spirituality based on the survey, and it made them feel good. It made them feel good. It made them feel less isolated as compared to their counterparts who said that they're not religious at all. Okay? So if the findings from Springtide's new study show anything, it's that the pursuit of mental health is not separate from the development of a vibrant and flourishing faith and spiritual life. Okay? So what's the point, Mother B? Spirituality and mental health is definitely connected to each other. Okay? So trusted adults in the lives of young people, but especially faith leaders, must be equipped to address both. So in the perspective of what will the faith leaders gonna do? The priest, the all the spiritual leaders in charge of developing their spirituality, they have to know what these people are going through, especially what are the expectations of the youth, what's the status of their spirituality right now. So that's the purpose of that survey. And also understanding that they need trusted adults in their lives, okay, that will help them out in their journey. But what if the adult has also a different story? So that adult needs professional help, mental health, okay? If you have chronic mental health issue, please, this show is just for information about what's going on, what's the update about mental health and spirituality. But hello, hello, hello. What's important is if you're going through mental health issues, depression, chronic anxiety, and all this mental health illness, please consult your mental health professional. Okay? Please consult a professional because hindi mo kayang gawin 'to mag-isa. You cannot just do it alone. Okay? That's why it's important for us to step up and to remind everyone that if you're going through mental health issues, whether it's less chronic or already chronic, please find help. That's why the Mother B Show is all about this. We're stepping up, trying to share to you information that somehow could help. Like what have we learned today? We've learned that according to survey, among 10,000 American youth ages 13 to 25, that still there's a high number of respondents that believes that spirituality and religiosity is still important to them, and their mental health is flourishing, and it helps them in the journey of mental health, because nowadays we know what's going on. There's a lot of cases of depression, a lot, violence as a result of depression, as a result of anxiety, as a result of those mental illnesses that weren't addressed, okay, because they thought they're just thinking it all by themselves, right? So it needs to be talked about. We need to we need to deal with the big elephant in the room. Huwag tayong magmaang-maangan. Huwag natin sabihin, bahala ng mga psychologist diyan. Ay, hindi man ako psychologist, Mother B, hindi ko kaya 'to. Hello. Kaya nga mag-isip-isip 'pag may time. Okay? Pag-isipan natin kasi nasa isip natin ang issue. At yung mga may pinagdadaanan, huwag niyo namang i-judge. Ako mo may pinagdadaanan ng tao, i-judge mo na lang na gano'n na lang yung utak nun. Take note, ang mga kabataan karon, ang mga batanon ron, the youth of today, not only here in America, perhaps in the Philippines or other countries, but they're more sensitive to what's going on, especially in their spiritual life. Remember COVID? Remember when you were isolated already, when we were isolated with other people? Who are we going to talk to? Aside from ourselves, right? So, this survey for me, this article for me makes a lot of sense. And I'm thankful to know that they've been doing this research or this survey for faith leaders, not just faith leaders, but as a parent myself, as a person myself who's going through this mental health wellness journey. So we need to understand each other, especially yung mga hindi natin ka-generation. Hindi mo nga maintindihan yung ka-generation mo, mga kabataan pa kaya. Kakaiba na yung trip ng mga yan, kakaiba na yung mga dating ng mga yan, lalo na yung apo ko. So, this information, like, Mother B, it's good to know, nice to know, thank you for letting me know. Bahala ka, basta to for me, it's my way of sharing, at the same time, my way of informing that, yes, there's this information that hopefully that it will help faith leaders, spiritual leaders on how to address and how to manage the youth when it comes to helping out in their spirituality and how is it connected to mental health. So according to the survey, the respondents said that it helped them a lot in terms of their journey to mental health, and they feel less isolated. And if they feel lonely or if they have problems, if they cannot talk to somebody, then they pray. Now the question is, okay, what generation do you belong to? Do you have this kind of sense of spirituality on your own? Like, well, let me rephrase the question. Um, how do you deal with your problem when you cannot talk to anybody else? Do you talk to God? Do you talk to yourself? Do you talk to others? What? So let's talk about spirituality and mental health. Do you think it's connected? Do you think it makes sense? It's up to you. I'm not saying, oh, you believe in this article. Oh, you listen to me now. It's up to you. But take note, take some time checking it out. No, check this out. And if you experience that it makes sense because you've seen that, you experience that in your own church, in your own community, in your own family, and try to remember those days. Remember, sige, look back at the news 2, 3 years ago, like before March 2020, because that was the time, right? Hi, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Mother B Show. That people really entirely the world changed. COVID is a game changer, whether we like it or not. And it probably for me it improved my spirituality personally because I have to pray more. I have to pray more and increase my faith. Lord, increase my faith because my family is all over. I got families, of course, in the Philippines. My children are there. My granddaughter is there. So I cannot help but worry. What's happening? Well, I watch a lot of news, the national news, Filipino news, US news, and all the news in the world. What's going on? What's the result? Blah blah blah. And all this crazy thing that's happening during those pandemic days. Of course, it's still pandemic, but it worse 2 years ago. Yeah. So in order to make myself relax and be calm about it, well, I think I have to pray to God. And I did. Puwede po bang makisuyo? Please heart my pin post. Thank you po. Paano ko i-heart to dear? Bibi just oy, thank you, Bibi. Okay. Hello. Okay. Yes, I'm following you now. Oh, sorry. Ngayon ko lang kasi nakita ko so I'm talking. BB Jazz. Okay. TMO_joy919. Hello. Hello. BB Jazz. Paano ko i-heart to dear? Kasi I'm not much familiar with Kumu. Ako nakiki-stream lang talaga ako dito. Pero yes, so right. So paano 'to? Okay, so thank you for following ha. Puwede paki-heart yung my pin post, thank you. Paano ko iha-heart dear? Okay, okay, let me see. But I'll check on your later, okay? So anyway, thank you for coming. Recon ID 8888844642. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, Ruben. Hi. Um Taco Billy 21. Shukran. I don't know how to read your name in Arabic, but yeah, Shukran. ID 77500795 Sinata. Thank you for coming. And of course, to our Facebook family, viewers, likers, wala pa naman sigurong haters, no? Wag na, God forbid, no? And please, 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 if you happen to, please look for Mother B in YouTube. I mean, YouTube too, Mother B. So please subscribe and share the good vibes, okay? Okay? So the Mother B is the Mother B Show. What is the Mother B Show? The Mother B Show is all about. Mother B Show is a fun and informative lifestyle program that promotes positivity and good vibes. Po ang sinishare ni Mother B dito, ha? Share lang pag may time. Okay, so again, what I've read to you is the article about Gen Zers, their what do you call this one? Gen Zers, and their mental health depends on it. So malaki ang connection ng ang kanilang mental health and then ang kanilang religious perspective, their spirituality, how they look at religion, how they look at spirituality. Okay, so I hope it helps. And if you have a son, a daughter, or a family member who's at that age, and we know how to connect with them. And of course, it helps us also in our own perspective, no, to guide us in our mental health journey. So it's a good indicator that hey, there is a connection and it helps them. Why can't we do it too? If you're in the older generation or the generation prior to Gen Z, why not? Because if it helps them, yeah, well, it helps us too, right? That's my takeaway. That's my takeaway in reading that article. If it helps them, why not the Gen Xer? Why not the Gen Z? Oh, Gen what? The Gen Wiser, the Gen Y, the Gen Z, the Gen X. All right. Thank you, TMO underscore joy 919. So yes, yes. So until then, hanggang dito lang po tayo. Share lang ni Mother B on because it's Believe Tuesday, di ba? It's Believe Tuesday. Nasaan ba tayo? Yan. So thank you so much. Nawala yung aking sound effects. So balikan natin yung aking sound system. Okay, so until here, little mama, you're back. Thank you for coming. Hi, Ton. Tori, hello, hello, hello. I'll follow you, you follow me, okay? Thank you so much for coming to the show. The show is all about positivity and good vibes. I just talked about an article just launched today, January 10, about Gen Zers, okay? Gen Zers are religious and their mental health depends on it. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. So, despite of what's happening and others are shying away from the religion and losing their religion, not all. Perhaps the older generation. I haven't seen a survey yet, but yeah, thank you for coming to our viewers in Facebook Live, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel naman ha. Kasi I need 1,000 daw. I need at least 1,000 viewers. 1,000 subscribers in YouTube. Please check Mother B in YouTube, and also Bigo Live. Thank you so much for continuously giving Mother Me the opportunity to stream here. Thank you, mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay, so I'm done. That's it. I'm done. So till next episode of the Mother B Show. Thank you so much. Thank you. Daghan salamat sa inyong tanan. Salamat sa pag-follow kay Mother B. Please don't forget to tap the screen. Follow. Be a fan of the Mother B Show. Thank you so much. I hope you learned something out of today that yes, according to survey, among 10,000 Americans, it showed there's a positive sign that they're still religious, they still believe in someone higher than themselves, okay? And it helps in their mental health journey. So I hope the older generation will think about it. So thank you. Hi, Jean French. Thank you for coming to the Mother B Show. Time check. It's 6:35 and I really need to go because I have to prepare dinner. I'm late already. Yes. So thank you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. By the way, don't forget to follow Mother B. So I got my retro party almost every day. Yes. So, yun nga, depende lang talaga kung kailan talaga nagpapakita at nagpaparamdam si Mother B. Ang dami ko pang ginagawa, pero yeah, I'm really trying my best to be streaming regularly. So, yes, again, this is your Mother B, and ang ganda, this is your Mother B. And please watch this slideshow as a reminder of our mental health routine. Take it away. Thank you, thank you. And again, thank you. This is your Mother B. And God bless everyone. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to like, share the good vibes. At least Gigo Live, YouTube, Kumu, and be a dignified storyteller as well. Okay, bye. God bless. To God be all the glory. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Andito pa ba ako?